is Wednesday, so we're in the garage today. Today I figured we'd just look at some DVDs. Believe it or not, I used to live for DVD collecting. All that stopped in 2020. I don't really have any interest whatsoever in Hollywood. But, you know, I still will pick up an occasional used DVD at a thrifter or something, but for the most part, these days, I just watch things like Jones Plantation or The Secrets of Jonathan Sperry. Those are like two of my current favorite movies. Anyway, I pulled out some of my horror movie collection today, and we're just going to take a look at that. It's fitting as we get closer to Halloween. And this is Death by Temptation. And this is a trauma film, and it's kind of like a blaxploitation vampire movie. And I always liked it back in the day. Hang on, I'm going to adjust the camera just a bit. Try to get the whole DVD box there. Is that better? So yeah, that's a good one. This is VHS. And I arranged some PlayStation games there so I could hopefully prop these up. That was a really cool one when that first came out, that whole concept. They've kind of run it into the ground now. And here is Frankenhooker. A completely cheeseball classic. And I love it. I have met Patty Mullen. She's very nice. Okay, now we can use some of these back here to prop up the DVDs. That might work better. There is Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. And you can tell I kind of picked out some cheesier ones, because that's what I was really into once upon a time. Sorry, I'm still trying to adjust the camera here. And we have Rock and Roll Nightmare with John Michael Thor. He's actually a pretty good musical artist as well. I love these movies that are like celebrity. I call them celebrity vehicles. Like the only reason they're made is because it's, you know, focused around a certain celebrity, like this or the Elvira movie or whatever. This is one. This is a bootleg, and it's Dan Haggerty, you know, Grizzly Adams, Elves, and at Spooky Empire there used to be a guy there, and he was like one of my favorite vendors at Spooky Empire, and I called him the $5 bootleg guy, because he had always, you know, always had rare and out of print stuff. Even stuff that wasn't released on DVD. He sourced a copy of it somehow, like a Laserdisc or whatever. Yeah, this is a bootleg. It's not official, and I don't know if it's ever been officially released. But this is one of those ones that you would be paying, you know, well over $100 to get the VHS of. Back then, anyway. I do not know about today. And then here's another classic. This is Chud. I love Chud. And this one I pulled out specifically just because I don't think a lot of people know about it. But I think it's a really good movie. And it is Neon Maniacs. Hang on, I'm going to just put some of these DVDs up here. There we go. Neon Maniacs. If you don't know that one, you should seek it. It is cool. And this is my Toxic Avenger. And it is signed by Lloyd Kaufman. And he signed, I don't know if you can tell, but he signed it to the Jolly Jason. Yeah. Can you imagine? Lloyd Kaufman is very cool. It was nice to meet him. I met him at a Spooky Empire. And I always liked the Toxic Avenger, just because it seemed like the first time I saw it was like 1986. And I think it had already been out for a few years by then, but it just seems so different than everything else at the time. This is Creep Van. Very cool. And I think this is one that I first heard about on either What Movie One or Cool Duder's channel. And I used to love watching their channels back then when I was DVD collecting. Okay, sorry about that. My battery died. This is Creep Van, and I think it's going to die again because I only charged it for a little bit. But I found out about this one from Cool Duder and Wet Movie One back in the day, and I really used to love watching them. They were like Siskel and Ebert to me. And here is Wolf Cop. That's another one that, if you don't know, it's pretty good. Should seek it out. This is Fangoria Magazine presents Inhuman Resources. I thought it was okay. I got this one at that video store in Leesburg. The video store that is still open, if you can believe that. Or it was, at least last year. Here is The Legend of Boggy Creek. That's a rare one. Man, I've got to get way out here to get these whole boxes, but I think that works for our purposes. This is one, speaking of Cool Duder, that he's in. This is Girls Gone Dead. It has Jerry Lawler in it, and a bunch of other people. It has Cool Duder in it, so that's why I got it. This is one I really also recommend. Big Ass Spider. If you like that kind of big giant insect kind of movie, you would definitely like this one. And here's one that I bought at a thrift store in like North Georgia. I'd never heard of it. I watched like 5 minutes of it. That's all I could get through. It's pretty bad. This is Evil Dead Inbred Rednecks. And yeah, it's very low budget. It's like a Plastic Pimps kind of budget movie. And then lastly, this is another one I got from the $5 bootleg guy. And this one's called The Invisible Maniac, which is a really rare 80s movie, which was cool that he had. Alright guys, because of my battery being about to go, I'm going to really wrap this up. Okay guys, peace. Sorry about my battery problems. We'll have that fixed next Wednesday. Peace. We'll see you next Wednesday in the garage with part 2 of looking at horror DVDs. We love you all.